Welcome to the Central Iowa Sports Network's live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament from downtown Des Moines. It's 40 teams from the smallest towns to the biggest cities competing for 5 titles. CISN's coverage of the 2017 state tournament is brought to you by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena for the play-by-play.
Welcome back to Des Moines at Wells Fargo Arena. Had some flurries this morning, but it's heating up outside and basketball ready to heat up inside here as we are into Semifinal Thursday on CISN.TV. And coming up, we have a 1A semifinal. Number 2 is Springville has punched their ticket to advance into the championship game in 1A, and we could potentially have a rematch. Hello, everybody. Dar Danielson with you. Andy Pollock will be joining me here in just a minute as we get ready for this matchup between the Exira Horn-Kimballton Spartans and the Turkey Valley Trojans today as these two teams match up. And for Turkey Valley, if they win, it would be a rematch in the title game with Springville as Springville defeated Kingsley Pearson 61-43 in our first semifinal today. And this one will feature the Trojans coming into this now at 22-3, number 2 ranked, and Elkhorn Exira at 24-1. They're the number 3 ranked team in this tournament. As you said, Turkey Valley, the runner-up last year. Horn-Kimballton is in the 1A field for the 3rd straight year. So they're veterans too. Both of these teams have been here, and this should be quite a ball game. In the opening round, Turkey Valley had to come back to beat Janesville 60-58 in a big comeback in that ball game. Elkhorn had a little bit easier game. They beat Sidney 58-43 in that matchup. So we'll see some good players here today for both these teams. Shelby Reichs is one of them for Turkey Valley. She's their leading scorer, but they had 4 players score in double figures in that win, the first round win over Janesville. Sophia Peppers is one we'll be watching for Exira Horn-Kimballton. She's averaging 17 points, but she had 22 in the opening round win there against Sidney. Also, Keely Nelson had 16 points, 13 rebounds in that opening round win for Elkhorn Exira Kimballton. So it should be a good matchup. We have that, and then coming up the rest of the day, let me pull out my schedule here. We'll have right after this when we go to the 2A semifinal, Western Christian and Iowa City Regina. Then it's Cascade and Trainer. We move to 3A in the afternoon, Cherokee against Sioux Center, and then Center Point Urbana against Pocahontas area, as we'll have the 1A, 2A, and 3A championships set today. The 4A, 5A semifinals tomorrow, and we'll set everything up for the championships, the 1A and 2A finals on Friday night on IPTV, and then the 4A, 3A, 5A, 4A, and 3A championships will be on Saturday evening, also on IPTV. We appreciate you joining us here on CISN.TV for all our free coverage here of the state tournament. And as we get set, my partner Andy Pollock has been out doing some post-game interviews, and he's going to put on the headset and sit down here as we get ready, just about ready to go, the PA announcer, Andy. But Springville back in the title and a possible rematch here if Turkey Valley follows through and wins this one.
Certainly in play, and the one thing we found out last game is that you can't, or in the first round game, you can't count Turkey Valley out as long as there's time left on the clock.
Well, we're ready to go now for our starting lineups. Let's go to our public address announcer.
Good morning and welcome to Wells Fargo Arena and the 2017 Iowa Girls High School State Basketball Tournament. Today's Class 1A semifinal game matches the Exira Horn-Kimballton Spartans and the Turkey Valley Trojans. And now let's meet the non-starters. First, for the Spartans, number 11, J.C. Antover. Number 15, Rachel Walker. Number 25, Alex Peterson. Number 33, Ellie Schultes. Number 35, Lauren Hansen. Number 43, Leslie Caniglia. Number 45, Grace Grieving. Number 51, Damian Peterson. And number 53, Cameron Waymeyer. The assistant coaches for the Spartans, Hillary Renyon and Corey Martz. And now the non-starters for the Trojans. Number 2, Brianna Busta. Number 3, Sloan Hinker. Number 4, Cassidy Reichs. Number 14, Lydia Schuckhart. Number 22, Emily Busta. Number 23, Catlin Baumler. Number 24, Jordan Lukes. Number 31, Casey Rausch. And number 55, Abby Ott. The assistant coach for the Trojans, Justin Bakula. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Spartans, number 13, Sadie Schultes. And for the Trojans, number 11, Kayla Gable. For the Spartans, number 21, Maggie Rasmussen. And for the Trojans, number 12, Shelby Reichs. For the Spartans, number 23, Mara Burmeister. And for the Trojans, number 33, Ellie Winter. For the Spartans, number 31, Keely Nelson. And for the Trojans, number 34, Sadie Niemeyer. For the Spartans, number 41, Sophia Peppers. And for the Trojans, number 35, Morgan Kennan. And now introducing the head coaches. For Exira Horn-Kimballton, Tom Peterson. And for Turkey Valley, co-head coaches Carlette Niemeyer and Dan Steppen. Today's officials, Jeff Bermel, Steve Klein, and Will Dotson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play state tournament semifinal basketball.
And we are ready to go. The Trojans and the Spartans. It's not a gladiator movie, it's a basketball game, Andy, and it should be a good one, we're hoping here.
I'm looking for, one of the things that strikes me, both these teams, there's so much balance. I mean, you've got Peppers for Exira Horn-Kimballton, but they've got 3 other players in their starting lineup that are averaging double digits, and then again, you've got Turkey Valley that can come at you from so many different directions. Really looking forward to this one. Good luck keeping up on the score sheet right now. I expect we'll see a pretty tough up and down basketball game.
We'll have to watch Shelby Reich. She had a sore right ankle, and then she injured the left ankle in that first opening round game as they take the tip right away, the Trojans. And that's Reichs with it.
And she was kind of the hero at the end of that game, too, after she came back. Didn't even take time to get her ankle taped. She came right back in the game and got the game-winning steal and rebound. Sealed the deal for the Trojans in that first-round win.
Early going. There's Kennan. Drives in, puts it up, has it partially blocked. Put back up, no good. Put back up again, no good. Rebound other side, stripped away and a foul called as Ellie Winter gets the rebound. So right away attacking the basket.
And Ellie Winter's a name that we're going to say a lot tonight, not just on the from a scoring perspective, but she just finds her way around the basketball, and she had some key rebounds, a couple key baskets in that first-round win for Turkey Valley.
Peppers with the foul and the free throw is Ellie Winter. She's 43% free throw shooter on the season. Hits the first one to get us underway here on this one today. Second one off, no good. And it'll go to
McKinnon, actually, reaching over the top here with her first foul. So this is interesting because in that first round game, we saw two of the top players in the game get 3 fouls in the first quarter, and both team stars had to spend a lot of time sitting, and so far two of the best players in this one for a foul in the first 30 seconds of the game.
Here's Peppers, goes to the right side, shot off no good, rebound, back up off no good, and Trojans take the rebound. They get it up to Shelby Rikes.
See how Rikes can handle those. Now she's got braces on both ankles today after having just one on in that first round game.
There's a 3 that misses. Early miss here as you get readjusted to the Wells Fargo shooting background.
And Kayla Gable shaking her hand a little bit after that one. I'm not sure if she got hit or
might have got hit a little bit. Here comes Horn-Kimballton. Burmeister off to Schultes. Over on the right side, down in the drive, baseline, out there, kicks it back outside to Peppers. Peppers, long pass, a little too high, over the head of Burmeister. A little bit of nerves here as you get the game started, I think, maybe. A little adrenaline pumping, Andy.
And against that matchup zone, that pass is going to be there all the time. It's going to look open, so it's not a very efficient pass, so as you got to put so much oomph on it and a lot of height on it to get it over top of the entire defense.
Here we go, Turkey Valley up 1 with the ball now. They're in the white uniforms. Exira, Elkhorn-Kimballton in the dark uniforms, and that's going to cause me to stumble all day long.
Might have to just call them the Spartans.
Yeah, the Spartans.
For the rest of the game.
Lob inside, knocked away from behind, but back inside, up to Winters, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Spartans. And now stripped away, Winters, and then she draws the foul. Good piece of work by Ellie Winters to stick with that.
Yeah, and I mentioned before, when she just finds her way around that basketball all the time and never giving up on it. Turkey Valley going to press you the entire game. You're going to have to take care of the ball, all 94 feet on the floor.
Burmeister with the foul, her first second team foul. Here's a 3, off no good, and the rebound comes off to Keely Nelson. She'll take it all the way down, gets it outside. That's a 2, had the foot on the line, and the rebound pulled down by the Trojans. Niemeyer, and they're back the other way with it.
Niemeyer, one of the co-coach's daughters for Turkey Valley.
On the drive, it looked like a little shuffle, but Winter gets the bucket. And our first field goal comes with 5:47 to play.
Quick steal back the other way, too, as Gable was able to take away the inbounds pass again. You have to take care of the basketball the entire length of the floor.
And again, one of these games where you look down to write the score down and then something happens. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with Amerigroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with Amerigroup too.
Choose Amerigroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey, it's annual enrollment.
Here at Wells Fargo Arena, semifinal Thursday, and the Trojans opening up 0-3. Turkey Valley 1 of 7 from the floor, so a little bit of good defense, maybe a little bit of adrenaline to start too, Andy.
We've seen some open looks by both teams, just not able to get them to fall as the game starts off. So
Schultes with it. She'll start the offense for the Spartans. The Peppers and gets it back. Now Peppers cuts through down the lane, and Winter comes over the top and fouls her. Tried to slap it away, and she'll pick up the personal, her first.
Winter's just a little extra aggressive there as on the entry pass.
Second team foul. Shot is up and good.
Peppers, the leading scorer for Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton, averages almost 18 points a game, and she's the first on the board for the Spartans tonight.
There's a jumper in the lane by Rikes.
Rikes, such a competitor out there. Well, we'll probably mention her story several times at the end of that first-round win over Janesville, but she is a key cog for Turkey Valley.
And then a foul on the rebound there.
Nelson, I believe, going to get whistled for it.
Yep, Keely Nelson. So that's the third team foul. And, yeah, Peppers had 22 in their opening round win. Rikes had 21.
Peppers just a junior.
Gable, inside pass, turnaround jumper is good. Nice little pivot and shot by Kennan.
You know, Kennan is the same height. Her and Peppers are the same height out there on the court, but Kennan's got such long arms out there that it gives her several extra inches out there over top of everyone else on the court.
Schultes to the left side. Here's a three, long, and the rebound comes off to Rasmussen. Inside, turn around, Peppers up and good. Or no, that was Nielsen.
Yep.
Nelson, rather, excuse me.
Nelson just a little drop step, able to give her a little clearing into the lane.
Over to Gable. Back up top to Kennan. And now Reichs. Early on, doesn't appear to have any residuals from that ankle. There's a rattles in and out, knocked around, picked up by Gable. She's double teamed down there, looking to get in. Down the lane,
pass.
Winter, and misses it, gets her own shot, put back up, no good. And it pulled out of there by Nelson. She'll take it up the floor, slow it down. Now inside quickly into the post. Spin around, up, and good.
You know, Burmeister out here on the wing did an excellent job recognizing that underneath they had a mismatch with Peppers being guarded by Reichs down low, and Peppers has those post moves down. She was able to take it to the guard down low.
7-6 here. Reichs goes to the wing. Over there to Gable. Back to Kennan, to Gable. She looked at the three, decided not going to try to shoot it up against Peppers. They crossed it over to the other side. Baseline jumper falls short, and diving at it. One thing that Turkey Valley does, they send a lot of players to the boards, don't they?
They do, and Niemeyer with an excellent effort there. You heard a big thunk as she hit the boards, but that was a great effort. I love the effort, the intensity that all these ladies bring to the state basketball tournament. And there's a reason they're here. I mean, these are teams that play at a high level all season long.
Rachel Walker, Ellie Schultes into the ball game for the Spartans. They have the ball here. That's Schultes, Ellie Schultes. Up high with it is Nelson. And Peppers comes out and takes it. She's guarded by Reichs. Bounce pass inside. Turn around off the glass. No good. Battle for the rebound down there and pulled out of there by Gable. Here comes Turkey Valley back the other way on the quick drive. And a foul called out front.
A lot of whistles here early on in this one. Both teams playing very aggressively on the defensive end. And
Rachel Walker with the foul. There's a quick pass in and up and good by Kennan.
yeah, they lost her. She's the leading scorer for Turkey Valley, and they lost her on the inbound. Excuse me, not the leading scorer, the second leading scorer, and she's definitely one of their weapons, and they lost her on the inbounds play.
9-6 now, a 3-point lead for Turkey Valley. Into Peppers. Takes it up against Reichs. Off, no good. A rebound put back, no good. Or put back again by Rasmussen.
It all starts with that entry pass in there to Peppers, and that kind of got the whole defense out of their rotation.
Kennan quickly the other way. Jumper no good, and now rebound comes off to the Spartans. So their chance to take the lead down the floor here. They haven't led yet, and there's a travel with it, a little high bounce. And in comes Cassidy Reichs for Turkey Valley. I understand they're not sisters, they're cousins. Her and Shelby Reichs.
I'll have to look. I wanted to start listing off all the towns that are involved in Turkey Valley, but I'm afraid I'd miss one, and I know how that
Turkey
would go
Valley,
over
Jackson Junction,
yeah.
and then what?
Lawler, and
Lawler.
There's several others, and I don't want to. I've got too many friends from up there. If I missed one, I would hear about it for a long time.
Yeah, I got a few over there too. Haven't been over in Eastern Iowa. There's a walk. Starting my radio career over in Owine, so covered all those areas and driven through there quite a bit. And hi to everybody out there watching on the broadcast today from Northeast Iowa and those from the Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton area watching us. There's
Southwest.
a block by Kennan, and Reichs picks it up. Good double team. Pull up on the right side, no good. The miss there by Cassidy Reichs. Now Kennan almost gets the steal. Coming back the other way. Dribbling through traffic, take it to the hole. An offensive call.
You know, it's one of those situations there, and we talked about in the first game. You don't have to have your feet set. And I'm not sure Winter's feet were set there, but just the way that Burmeister took the ball at the basket in a very aggressive
you can occupy
way.
that space, you go straight up, and yeah, it doesn't necessarily And a lot of times you hear the fans call,
Yes.
"Well, that's a foul." You
Yep.
know, the same thing with over the back. You can come over the back if you don't touch them.
Correct, yep.
But those are just some of those terms you hear thrown out for the crowd a lot.
Yep. Absolutely, and we're a little different vantage point this year in front of the crowd rather than behind them, so we hear them all.
Yep. Kennan, jumper from the elbow, no good. Rebound comes out long to Ellie Schultes. She'll push the issue, takes it all the way down, up, and leaves it off. No good, slapped out of there by Ellie Winter, but the Trojans retain possession, and Reichs is going to draw the foul up high. Going to be Shelby Reich's first personal, the third team foul here on Turkey Valley.
Schultes, that was a really nice move up at the top. Just couldn't quite finish it. Elected not to use the backboard, and I think that probably would have helped a bunch in that situation. But really a nice crossover move up at the top of the key to get her in the clear.
Kayla Gable got a little bit of a rest and comes back in for Turkey Valley. Tried to power it in there to Peppers, but Winter got a hand on it, and then did it go off I thought Winters touched it, didn't you?
Yeah, the referee right in front of us said she did, and then the referee underneath
just
gave
awarded
it back
them
to,
the ball.
Yeah,
so
gave it back to Turkey Valley, and they got it in before they could change their mind. That's a tough entry pass angle that they tried using there.
yeah, throwing it through the lane just does not work, does it? Our coach always told us that. You can't go across the lane.
There's a good look.
Turn around, Kennan off a little hard, and the rebound comes off to Rasmussen. And pressure in the backcourt. They get it to Peppers. She looks down the floor, hits the open player in the middle, but the miss there by Caniglia.
She had a good look at it.
Back the other way, Reichs, and that's going to be offensive on Reichs,
Yep.
I think.
Reichs just didn't really have control of the basketball. One of those situations. I think if she does, they probably don't call that an offensive foul, but she was losing control as she drove it into the lane.
Yeah, she was losing the ball. If she's got the ball, maybe trying a shooting motion, you're right. That might have been a defensive foul.
3 seconds left here. We'll see if they can get a shot off.
See if they can throw it in, and it's been a very fast first quarter.
Here it is.
Lob it out. Couple dribbles. It's stripped away, though, and they're going to go to the floor, and that'll end the first quarter with no shot off. And it'll be Turkey Valley 9, Elkhorn 8. Back with the second period after this.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This is
Wells Fargo Arena won a semifinal, a 1-point advantage for Turkey Valley after the opening period. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock here on CISN.TV. The Spartans will start out with the ball, looking still for that first lead of the game for them, and it's knocked away. It'll stay with the Spartans.
You know, that first half, there seems like a lot. I'm looking forward to see which team kind of settles in. There's a lot of missed shots in that first half.
23% and 22% the shooting percentages to start it.
Yeah, not good at all to get rolling. Now, both teams play good defense, but just, there's several shots that were makeable that they weren't able to hit.
And there's a foul on the shot. It's either going to be Kennan or Winter. We'll see. I think it was Kennan.
Yep.
Her second, 15th foul. And Rasmussen to the line to shoot 2. Gets the first one. Free throws brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Putting the power in your hands means helping keep families safe. Go to midamericanenergy.com to find out more.
Kennan just picked up her second, like you said. She led all scorers in the first quarter with 4 points.
The tie and the first lead for the Spartans. They're on the free throws. Inside to Kennan. A little hard off there. And up to Peppers. They're getting good pressure on the shooter down there, Kennan, on the block.
Yeah, she's she's got 4 points, but she's had to take plenty of shots to get there so far in this ball game.
Inside, up, off, no good. The miss by Keely Nelson.
Shooting percentages continue to go down for both teams.
Kayla Gable over to Niemeyer, back up top. As here comes Reichs to take it up high in that zone defense for the Spartans. Well, I guess they're they're
just kind of sagging off.
Yeah, looked like a zone, but there was a man as they followed the offensive player through.
Turkey Valley not going to throw up a whole lot of three-pointers.
Well, they tried to give and go there. They got it to Kennan. She tried to go back to Gable, but threw it over her head.
Yeah, really good defensive possession there for the Spartans. They just, Turkey Valley looks a little tired right now, and they were not a whole lot of motion in their offense, just not a whole lot of zip to it there. Now
Peppers
they're slow back on D.
Up the floor, and then a foul called. I think that'll go against Winter. Yep. Her second 6-team foul. And we'll send Rachel Walker to the free throw line.
Back on the offensive end of the court, Turkey Valley just looking a little sluggish, not a whole lot of movement in that offense, and then slow getting back on defense, and that's why you've got
This is the first one. The free throw is brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers. From focusing on food safety, promoting animal care, protecting Iowa's natural resources, enhancing the quality of life in their communities. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Interesting strategy for Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton. They don't put anybody back on the offensive end right now to try to rebound. Just conceded to Turkey Valley on the rebound there.
Well, they extend their lead to 2.
The biggest lead, I believe. No,
yeah,
excuse me. Turkey Valley led 3-0 to start the game.
Yep. Here's a 3, rattles around and out, but the rebound ripped out of there by Niemeyer. Turns around, shoots it, air ball, and taken on the far side by Schultes. Gets it to Peppers.
Constant pestering by Turkey Valley.
And that will wear on you through the game. There's a 3. Shot quickly. Peppers rebound, put back up and good. Sophia Peppers with her 6th point of the game, and they've extended that lead to 4.
Both teams, interesting that you see them throw up three-pointers early in the possession like that.
And they go down and call the timeout on the floor. After they got the ball and quickly called the timeout, they'll take a quick timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back with more right after this. Here at Wells Fargo, it's a 13-9 advantage for Elkhorn Exira. Exira Elkhorn over Turkey Valley. They have the ball here. And on the drive is Kennan. Pull-up jumper off. And the rebound comes off to the Spartans. Peppers. Up the floor, quickly down, and Kennan trying to get to the ball, and she fouls.
Right now, Turkey Valley really struggling on the offensive end of the court, and I think it's caused them to be a little sluggish on defense as well. Kennan 2 for 11 to start this game. Both teams with pretty good post presence, and Kennan for Turkey Valley, Peppers for Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton. Neither team denying that entry pass, though.
Puts them in the bonus. Free throw brought to you by Fairway. Always shop Fairway's full-service meat counter for the best USDA choice beef, all natural pork and chicken. As she makes the first free throw, go to fairway.com for more.
Just a lot more bounce in the step right now for the Spartans.
And hits another free throw. And it's a 6-0 run to start the second quarter here for the Spartans. Turkey Valley yet to get a bucket or a point in this second quarter. Gable looking for Reichs, but she's guarded tightly out there. Now they go down on the baseline. Good little push shot up there by Shuckart. Yep, into the ball game. Snuck in there on me, Shuckart. And that breaks the 6-0 run.
Turkey Valley not able to get the ball to Reichs to run the offense. They're really denying, when you deny the point guard the ball, that makes it difficult when you run your offense through her.
Out on the wing there, bounce pass inside, down the lane. Good shot by Nelson.
It's a really nice look for her. Great angle off the glass.
She's got 6 points. Here comes Turkey Valley, trailing by 6. Biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Up to the free throw line. Now they get into the hands of Reichs. And down, up, and good. Nice look on the baseline there. That was
Gable.
Here's a 3 again off, and battle for it underneath is going to stay with the Spartans.
That's not the first time we've seen that shot wide open in the corner like that. Just not something that I think Turkey Valley is too concerned about right now.
Yeah, Walker's taking a couple and yet to dial it in. There's a long outlet pass, but it's run down by Rasmussen.
Not sure either team we'd say offensively right now has been dialed in too much.
No, not a lot.
This got rolling.
And Turkey Valley, there's a 3. Peppers off no good, and the rebound comes off to Niemeyer.
Neither team has hit a three-pointer so far early in this game.
Foul running back the other way. I think that was on Peppers.
We've seen plenty attempted, but just can't seem to hit one.
Sophia Peppers, her second.
Developing situation there.
Yeah, 16 foul here. And they're going to take Peppers out for a little bit here with 3:51 to play in the first half.
Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton, though, so many other weapons they can come at you with.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Even with Peppers out of the game.
Nelson had 16 points, 13 rebounds in that opening win for them. Down the lane, up and good is Winter for Turkey Valley.
That's what it's going to take right now for Turkey Valley, because they've really, the defensive effort by the Spartans has been outstanding. Turkey Valley's best players have been taken out of the game. It's going to take someone like Winter to really take over offensively for them.
Cuts it down to 2. Here's a drive, almost turned it over. Walker now does. Here's Reichs with it. Chance for the Turkey Valley, not the Trojans, Turkey Valley, the Spartans, too. Oh, and there's a travel.
Gable just kind of got caught in no man's land.
Yeah. She was looking. I think she thought there was going to be a cut to the basket and was starting to throw, and it wasn't. And she tried to pull it back and ends up walking.
It's in the up and down tempo of this game. I mean, if you just watch it and don't really pay attention to the scoring, you'd really think it's favoring Turkey Valley right now. But Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton just has done an outstanding job on the defensive end of the court to not give up any easy buckets.
Schultes with it up high. She puts up one finger for play number 1. We'll see what they work there. They come out. Walker comes out. Looking for the post inside to get it in there. Turnaround. Good. And the foul. Caniglia
off the bench. Just a sophomore, and she's already got a couple. That's her first bucket, here today. But she had no doubt in her mind that her goal right there when she caught it on the low block like that, she was going for the shot.
Textbook post move. The Catch Des Moines Fun Pass features deals and discounts at places like Fong's Pizza, Science Center of Iowa, and MB2 Raceway. As she rattles in the free throw, find the Catch Des Moines Fun Pass. The free throw brought to you by the Catch Des Moines Fun Pass. Here we go the other way now, and a 5-point lead. Back to 5 for the Spartans. They led by as many as 6. And Turkey Valley, jumper by Gable, no good. Slapped around and pulled down by the Spartans. And then a travel call as that pressure forces a turnover there. Keely Nielsen walked with it.
Just started to make the pass and thought better of it, and already had the momentum in and moving her feet.
And again, with pressure, sometimes early in the game you don't get the turnovers, but it wears on you late, and you may late if it's a close ball game like this one is right now.
It can just get you playing at a tempo that's different than what you really want to play at, and it really forces the issue.
Inside and stripped away there by Rasmussen as they went into the post to Baumler, and she just picked her pocket. Now dribbles down, tried to throw again across the lane between defenders, comes out of there, shoots an air ball back the other way. They tap it over. Rasmussen drives in, loses a handle on it. And just a rough and tumble game right now. Quickly outlet pass up for the layup and good to Sadie Niemeyer.
That was a great pass by Reichs. Looked off to the left, a little no-look pass back to the right as she saw Niemeyer leading the break.
3-point lead now for the Spartans, and they have the ball here as we are under 2 minutes to play in the first half. The winner advances to meet Springville in the title match. Left side three is long, and they just haven't dialed that in yet. And almost throw it away. She ran it down out there. I don't think it was tipped, so that would have been over and back. Down the lane, bounce pass inside, up and good by Caniglia.
And Rasmussen, though, that started with a great entry pass, kept the ball nice and low. No way any Turkey Valley defenders were going to get their hands on it.
So the lead is 5 as we're under a minute to play. Oh, and there's a little mishandle. Schuckart, she caught it and then tried to go pass it and kind of lost the handle on it a little bit.
You just can tell that the Spartans have really frustrated Turkey Valley early on in this game. And Turkey Valley, like I said before, I've seen them play several times, especially down here, and they're very, very sluggish, and credit the defensive effort right now of Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton. This is really frustrating them a bunch.
A good recovery there by the Trojans as they tried to toss it inside to Caniglia, but two Turkey Valley players come over and knocked it away. 35.7 seconds to play here in the quarter. We'll see if the Spartans try to work it for one or just take it to the basket. 1A, 2A schools, you don't see them work the ball for one that often. It seems like they just take it to the hole.
It's been a lot of fun to watch some of the smaller classes. They are taking advantage of any chance they have to shoot the ball.
20 seconds.
Looks like now they'll hold for one.
Schultes drives in, kicks it back to Rasmussen. She pulls up at the free throw line, shoots it, rebound, put back up, and good by Nelson.
Made a liar out of me, but they got the 2 points out of it, and that's what they wanted.
Reichs has to get it up the floor quickly. She's going to get a shot off. 2 seconds. Shot away. Just falls short at the buzzer. And it'll be Elkhorn, 24-17. They outscore Turkey Valley 16-8 there in the second quarter to take the halftime lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about some of the stats here in the first half. Andy Pollack will do that right after this.
Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
Ask anyone you know, they will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
It's Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
back here at halftime. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock, and a rough and tumble 1A semifinal here, and Elkhorn leading 24-17 at the half, the biggest lead of the ball game, Andy, and they just have been able to kind of close down Turkey Valley's offense.
They have. It's really started on the defensive end of the floor for them. They've really frustrated the scorers for Turkey Valley. It's been a lot of fun, though, to watch a player like Keely Nelson for Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton. 8 points, 8 rebounds in that first half, and she's been all over the court. All over the floor literally today in that first half. The shooting just in general is ice cold right now, so that'll be interesting to see how coaches adjust, if they're going to work for a better shot, or both these teams didn't get here by not shooting the basketball, so see how they adjust that at halftime.
And Turkey Valley's been pressuring up the floor a lot, but it looked like they were getting a little tired too, so I don't know if that pressure is doing it or just maybe it's you start out with that adrenaline rush and that wears off a little bit as you get into the flow of the game.
Turkey Valley is going to play for 32 minutes. We know that. We've seen that in the first round. We know that they're going to be bringing pressure the entire game. They're never going to give up. But it's the way that they are shooting right now, the way that Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton has defended them, just not getting their hands on a lot of passes. Turkey Valley turned the ball over. It's only 6 times, but that doesn't count the amount of times that the ball just got deflected a little bit and threw them out on the rhythm of their offense. An offense that really hasn't had much rhythm to itself anyway as they got this game started. And then, they're getting what's happened on the offensive end of the court has carried over to the defensive end of the court, and that's allowed Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton to get some really nice looks at the basket in transition, and they've been excellent. They raised their shooting percentage a lot in that second quarter. Some of those shots started to fall, but they haven't been hard shots. They've worked around. They've got some really nice shots at the hoop.
Yeah, they're up to 32% for the game. Turkey Valley shooting 27%. We'll run down the individual scoring. Keely Nelson with 8, 5 for Leslie Caniglia off the bench, 4 for Maggie Rasmussen, 4 for Sophia Peppers, 1 for Rachel Walker. For Turkey Valley, 5 points for Ellie Winter, 4 for Morgan Kennan, 2 for Kayla Gable, 2 for Shelby Rikes, and 2 for Lydia Schuckhart. So just not getting the offense going. Both these teams, Elkhorn is 0 of 8 from 3, Turkey Valley 0 of 4 from 3, so the outside shot really not falling either.
But and what we've seen, though, both teams have been fine on the defensive end to allow those outside shots to happen. Yeah. And judging by the shooting percentage, I think it'll stay that way. As far as defense, I don't think you adjust anything really on the defensive end of the court for either team. Both teams, as I mentioned before, have some pretty good post presence in Kennan for Turkey Valley, and then also in Peppers for Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton. But neither team seems to be too afraid. They're the ones that are getting the ball, and then they just defend them when they get the basketball.
Yeah, and they're saying, if you're going to beat us from the outside, we're going to let you try to do that first before we're going to let you pound it inside and get the fouls. Foul situation, Kennan has, I think, 3 for Turkey Valley.
And she spent a lot of time on the bench in the second quarter, especially the later stages of it.
And Peppers had 2 for Exira. There's a couple of people there with foul issues, and then looks like Burmeister had 2 too, if I kept my stats right.
Yep. They're pretty accurate, right?
Yeah, for the most part they are.
I guess one interesting thing to me, we saw Leslie Caniglia come off the bench for Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton, just a sophomore, but she started off taking the ball right at the hoop. She's got 5 points here in the first half, and you've seen her have a pretty good presence on the boards as well.
Well, we're at halftime. It's 24-17, Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton over Turkey Valley. Let's take another break here. We'll do that, and we'll come back with more halftime after this.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
We are at halftime here on CISN.TV. Darn Danielson, Andy Pollock, and the Spartans have a 7-point lead, the biggest of the game here over the Trojans. So what are the co-head coaches talking to, telling Turkey Valley here in the halftime break?
Well, I think that the key is going to start for Turkey Valley, as it has all season long. They're going to have to ratchet up the intensity on the defensive end of the floor. They've forced Exira Horn-Kimballton into plenty of turnovers. They just haven't led to getting any transition baskets, and I think that's been obviously a point of emphasis by the Spartans, is to get back on defense, keep Turkey Valley from getting the easy buckets, and that's one thing. They really forced Turkey Valley into a half-court game, and I don't think that's the way that the Trojans want to play right now, and it's been really frustrating to them. So just a little more bounce in the step for Exira Horn-Kimballton right now out there. It just seems like, it's kind of a cliche, but it just kind of feels like they want it more at the moment after the first half.
Yeah, and do you keep shooting that 3, or do you try to work it inside first?
A good shot's a good shot.
Yeah.
If you're at this level, they're letting them have that three-pointer. You have to take it if it's there. They've had to work way too hard to get the inside shots, and they haven't got a whole lot of good looks on the inside for both teams, really. They've done a nice job of defending the post, so it's going to be a situation in the second half where if either of these teams can heat up at all from the outside, I think they've got a great chance to win this ball game. Now, we've seen Turkey Valley come back from situation. They trailed by 6 points with 70 seconds to go.
Keep
in that
reminding me of that against Janesville.
I'm sorry, the Janesville alum. Yeah,
I'll get over that sometime, but that was a big comeback for them, and so we know you can't count them out. And then, in this case, it's a chance to move not only either end your season, but it's also a chance to move to the title game.
So, as we see some highlights here from the first half, some nice passes by Turkey Valley. Kennan, every shot, she's made 2 shots, and she's had to work so hard for them. You see on the inside there's Nelson, who leads all scorers with 8 in the first half. And Peppers, again, they're making the post players work for their shots.
Yeah, Kennan got a couple early, and then they got in her face a little more and made it a little tougher.
And she's been in foul trouble, so wasn't able to get a whole lot of shots off as the second half wore on.
That's Peppers right in there on the post move.
There's a nice pass. Able to get Niemeyer the bucket. Yeah, neither team necessarily tearing up the nets here in the first half, but we'll see. If either team can heat up a little bit and soften up some defenses with some shots made from the outside, certainly anybody's ball game yet in the second half of play.
And getting some final instruction here as we prepare to get started here. A half to go for a semifinal meeting with Springville.
That team looks good right now.
Yeah, they did. They had it going today, didn't they? A 61-43 winner over Kingsley Pearson. That'll be 6 o'clock tomorrow night, the championship game in Class 1A. And
that team comes at you from so many different angles. They play such excellent defense, and then on top of that, they can score as well. They've got some weapons.
Looks like pretty much the starters here. Kayla Gable, Shelby Reichs, Ellie Winter, Sadie Niemeyer, and Morgan Kennan for Turkey Valley. For Exira Elkhorn, Sadie Schultes, Maggie Rasmussen, Mara Burmeister, Keely Nelson and Sophia Peppers as Turkey Valley gets the ball to start, trailing 7-0 here as we start the second half, and Reichs with it. Looks to go inside. Cannon now into Winter. Turn around in the lane is good by Winter. So take it right inside right away and get the bucket.
Yep. Winter, mentioned her in the pregame. She just finds her way around that basketball a bunch, and that was a nice post move by her.
Back the other way. Up and good by Keely Nelson.
It's been the Keely Nelson show so far for Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton, just beating Turkey Valley back once again in transition.
Gable with it. Dribbles back across, looks for a screen at the elbow, then gets it to Kennan. Kennan cuts through, not there. She'll take it on the baseline. Winter posting up down there. Kennan will shoot it there. That's got to be good for her to get started here in the second half.
Yep, absolutely, and that's it's not one of the shots usually that coaches will like a whole lot, that 16, 17 footer, but if she can hit those, they're going to take it.
And for the shooter, if you hit that first one coming out, then there's a steal by Reichs. Back on the other end. Anytime you hit that first shot, it just gives you that boost of confidence to keep shooting it again. Reichs over to Kennan. Fakes, drives, now she pulls up and off and ripped out of there by Peppers.
Strong move by Peppers.
With authority. And it's been all week. Here's a three off, no good. And Kennan with the rebound. I'm going to say all week the officials are allowing some contact as long as you know you're not altering the shot.
Yep.
And they're allowing a little contact in play.
And there's a reason they've got these guys all covering the state tournament.
Gable shoots it off, no good. Rebound comes off on the other side to Rasmussen.
3-point woes continue for both teams.
We'll get a little pressure up the court. They get it up quickly. Inside to Peppers, and a push-off, I think, called on Peppers.
Yep, kind of cleared out Kennan on the entry pass. Couldn't see from here, but I'm guessing the referee had a much better view of it than we did, and that's 3 on Peppers right now as well. So Peppers and Kennan each with 3 fouls for their respective teams.
So we'll see how that plays out as we move along. And as you said, she's got support, Peppers does, as Reichs comes out and puts up the 3 off, no good. Rebound, Gable up and good underneath.
It was a quick enough shot that no one for the Spartans had looked to get boxing out yet.
Yeah, because they're setting up their offense and passing it, and she just came down and popped it, and then Gable right under there. Here's Peppers and leaves it into the iron, a little short there, and the rebound comes off to Winter. And here comes Turkey Valley. They're going to run it out. Kennan down over the wing to Gable. She'll take it. Boom! For Gable. And a little bit of a run here. 8-2 run. And it's a 1-point ball game. We'll take a break. Be back with more right after this.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Here at Wells Fargo Arena, Turkey Valley's opened up the second half with an 8-2 run against Exira Elkhorn, and they've cut the 7-point halftime lead down to 1.
Totally different shooting half so far for Turkey Valley. They started the half 4 for 5 from the field, which was, I think, as many field goals or close to as they made it just in the first half.
There's a lob into Peppers. Up the floor, now back crossed almost.
That was a long toe right there for Burmeister.
Peppers around the defender, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes off to Turkey Valley.
Peppers just not able to get those shots in right now to start the second half. She was so effective on that in the first half.
Here's Kennan. She's been got it started here now to Reichs. Down the lane and good.
That was a great move by Reichs, a step through, took advantage of that extra step to get a wide open layup for herself.
Lead back to Turkey Valley. 10-2 run to start the third. And they lead 27-26. Call them the comeback kids. They had to come back in the first game. They've come back here. Still a lot of game to play, though. About halfway through the third quarter, but Turkey Valley's flipped the deficit.
It's been a fun tempo so far to this game.
Schultes with it up high. Over in the wing to Burmeister. Lob inside to Peppers, and she connects.
We don't see an entry pass like that a whole lot in girls basketball, kind of a lob pass inside, and Peppers just kind of snuck behind the defense.
Lead back to Alcorn, and they knock it out of there. Burmeister comes away with it. She's pressured. We're going to have to get it across. They finally do. Schultes over to Keely Nelson. All the way across the top for three. No good. Rebound put back. No, not to say she put back, but she had it ripped away.
Yep, Winter in there to rip it away.
Peppers went up with two hands like she's going to shoot it. Now stepping in on the pass is Peppers, and she picks it off.
Peppers has really just kind of been baiting Turkey Valley into throwing it again, and she's right there, and she's taking it away a bunch.
Out on the wing is Nelson. Now inside to Peppers. She spins, double teamed over Winters and Kennan, and can't get it to go, and it's pulled down by Gable.
To Peppers' credit, it's been very frustrating for her on the offensive end of the court so far, but she is playing so hard on the defensive end right now.
And you wonder if playing with 3 fouls, if she's a little hesitant to, just lower the shoulder in there and pick up foul number 4. Reichs dribbles it through, and she gets called for the travel. I think she was looking for maybe a little push on there.
The entire time she was dribbling, she was being double teamed out there by Schultes and Nelson, and she was getting very frustrated dribbling through the lane and having those two all over. The second she picked it up, she was trapped.
Almost thrown away up the floor as the Spartans with a 1-point lead in the ball now. Action's been fast and furious here in the third quarter as we're under 3 minutes to play. Winner advances to the title game. Burmeister dribbles out, and 3 seconds in the lane. I was wondering, thought maybe they're going to get Reichs as she was pulling back, but they said 3 seconds in the lane down there.
Yep, I think they got Caniglia for that. She was right on the edge of it.
So here comes Turkey Valley, a chance to take the lead back. And a timeout, Turkey Valley. Carla Niemeyer calls timeout. They want to talk it over. It's be a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break, too, and be back right after this.
And here, we don't just dream. We make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger. And together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, you see the Spartan huddle. There is Turkey Valley with the ball. They called a quick timeout here, a chance to take the lead coming down.
Quick quarter of basketball right now.
Yeah, Shelby Reichs, not a lot of, we've only had 1 foul called so far, and there's the second.
Burmeister just a little aggressive on defense. She didn't like, we've certainly seen more contact not get called today.
That's her third. It's a second team foul here for Elkhorn. And Gable is now, we got 2 high set, 2 on the wing. They try to get it into Kennan and knocked away. Not a real good pass. Stipped away by Reichs, takes it in and good.
Reichs fought through a lot of contact too to put that shot in, but we saw her take over at the end of that Janesville game, and we've seen her do some more of that here in the second half right
Reichs
now.
again tips it away and steals it. Up ahead to Gable. Down the lane and fouled. So Shelby Reichs turning thief here and picking some pockets.
Sure feels like there's been a big momentum shift in the second half right now. Everything we said about Turkey Valley in the first half seemed sluggish. Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton, a little extra pop in their step. Seems like it's been the opposite so far in the second half.
Gable to the free throw line for the first time. And misses. Free throws brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. For over 100 years, the expertise and experience have made Lincoln Savings Bank the choice for thousands of Iowans. And did you see they charged that foul to Rasmussen? Okay. Second free throw. Good.
Allows Turkey Valley to set up their pressure.
Well, they got a big advantage now, a 2-point lead. We haven't seen that here in a while. And knocked away by Kennan. Turkey Valley on the run again.
Spartan's going to have to slow down maybe on the offensive end, and they're really playing into Turkey Valley's hands right now with their pace of play.
Kennan on the drive, kick to the baseline, jumper good!
Big difference right now. The shots are falling for Turkey Valley in the second half. That same shot wasn't even close in the first half.
7 points for Gable here in the third quarter. And Schultes holds up play number 3. Gets it to Walker. Now Peppers will take it. Over on the wing.
Good defense.
Yep. Stop that baseline drive. They'll pull it back out. Rasmussen. Over to Walker. Not a lot of motion offensively, is there?
Yeah, they were all just kind of in the same area, too. There really wasn't much spacing to get them anybody open.
A little on their heels after the comeback. Here's a 3. No good. Rebound. Battled for and pulled out of there by Niemeyer for Turkey Valley. It flipped a 7-point lead to a 7-point deficit to a 2-point lead here in the third quarter. Winters traveled with it, got it baseline, and must have shuffled the feet. And Burmeister comes back in and replaces Rachel Walker for Spartans, and we'll see full court pressure again by Turkey Valley with 39.8 to play here. They get it to Peppers.
Peppers 5'11", but handles that ball very well.
Dribbles through traffic, 30 seconds. You say they'll play for one. I think they'll just play for a good shot because they've had trouble in the offense here in the third quarter, in the last half of the third quarter.
Turn the ball over a bunch, too.
Drive in the middle, and they draw the foul there. And is that on
Winter,
Niemeyer or Winter?
It is Niemeyer, yep.
That's just the first foul on Turkey Valley. And there's the second foul on Turkey Valley in the quarter. And that's going to go against Kennan.
Really nice job by Peppers using her body to get herself kind of screened around Kennan. That's going to be 4 for her, so sure we'll see her take a seat for a couple minutes here.
Peppers will go to the free throw line, brought to you by Mid-American Energy. And the free throw is good. Mid-American Energy, putting the power in your hands means helping keep families safe. Find out more at midamericanenergy.com as Kennan sits down and Caitlin Baumler comes in for her. Peppers breaks the scoring drought for the Spartans. She'll get another one here. Rattles around and out. And the rebound comes off to Turkey Valley. They quickly go up the floor. 3 seconds. Slapped away. 2 seconds. And she had her back to the clock. Couldn't see it there. So a wild third quarter. Turkey Valley takes the lead back by 3. Hang on. The fourth quarter should be a good one. Back with that after this.
Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with Amerigroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with Amerigroup too.
Choose Amerigroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey.
We got 1 quarter left to decide the matchup for the 1A title game. Turkey Valley trailed by 7 at the half, but outscored Elkhorn 15-5 in that third quarter to take a 3-point lead. The Spartans will get the ball to start the fourth quarter and look to get the stagnant offense going a little bit here.
Yeah, some of the things they were able to take advantage of in the first half, they weren't able to. And, Peppers, her shot wasn't falling. Some of the same shots that she had early on and weren't going in right now. So if she keeps getting those looks, they're going to fall.
Lob into Peppers. Turns up and good. And you call it, man. Andy Pollock said get it to Peppers, and they did. And she cashes it in for them.
She's so good at finding herself a look once she gets the ball down low. Good feel around the basket.
And shot up no good by Turkey Valley. And Peppers comes away. She's double teamed, gets it out of there. Over to Rasmussen. They'll move it up the floor quickly and attack the basket, and the foul will be called on Gable on the block.
Burmeister recognizing that no one's back on defense yet. Take it right at the hoop.
Second on Gable, third team foul. And Burmeister is not in the scorebook yet today. 81% free throw shooter. And hits that one.
It'll be interesting if this game comes down to fouls right now, as each team only has 3 team fouls, and they have to start fouling to get somebody at the free throw line. There's going to be a lot of contact here in the last little bit in a close game.
Our second tie of the ball game here. And a chance to break the tie and give the lead back. And it's short.
She doesn't miss many.
Nope, 81%. She misses that one. And here comes Niemeyer. Left baseline jumper. Gable missed that one. Put back up and good by Winter.
Love watching Winter battle down low. She does so many things for this team, kind of the unsung hero right now.
2-point lead for Turkey Valley. Up high with it. Now they'll attack again, this time offensive. Gable drew the foul last time. This time she takes the charge.
Shelby Reich, such a competitor, able to sneak in there after Winter actually got beat on defense, and Burmeister, as she drove to the hoop, Reichs recognized it, able to sneak in and get the charging call.
Well, that's 4 on Burmeister. And 4 team fouls. Reichs down to Winter. And knocked away, but it'll stay with Turkey Valley. So far, Exira 17 turnovers, Turkey Valley 11. Get it out deep to Gable.
Yep, just a
and
couple
travel
extra
call.
steps.
Cannon.
She had to kind of got caught at an odd angle to get herself faced up. Shuffled her feet a little too much.
So we'll see pressure here. They get it to Peppers. Throws it
There's
across the top. There's 2 back for Turkey Valley, but they'll take it at him. As Walker's back in there. Now lob inside. Peppers, nice look under the hoop.
Yeah, really nice
Finds
pass.
Nielsen.
Also, good look, Nelson. The way she slid in there, too, to find the opening. It drew the double team, and there was just no one left to defend her. Great interior passing.
Tied again, our third tie of the ball game. Second here in the second half. Kennan for 2's good.
That shot didn't fall for her in the first half.
No.
And it's one of those I know as a coach, you're just inside the three-point line. It's not an efficient shot, but again, hey, in a close game like this, you take any shots you can get that are that open.
But she matter-of-factly turned and just popped it in there. Into the post, and Winters tried to save it, but couldn't. And it's back to the Trojans with coming up on 5.5 to play in the ball game. Winter advances to the Friday night championship against Springville. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock on CISN.TV. Thanks for joining us. There's a drive by Peppers, right-handed shot off, no good, and a jump ball called. Winters ties it up, and it's going to go to Turkey Valley.
A nice job in there to get her hand on the ball as Walker got in there, got the rebound, but she's kind of in the land of the Giants, and Winters not backing out from anybody, able to tie her up.
I like Winters. She's a good player in there defensively and offensively.
Yep, she just does a lot for this team, kind of almost not knowing too much about what goes on the practice court for them, but just kind of the glue.
There she is. Oh, wow, we just praise her in a little bit of a.
Yeah, just enough of a deflection there. Peppers got just enough of a hand on the ball to really throw off the rhythm.
She was ready to catch and shoot, and it just, as you say, deflected a touch.
Oh, bad spot. Okay, yep.
Timeout called by the Spartans. And a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take a break and back right after this. We got a 2-point ball game here in the 1A semifinal, and 4:58 to play to decide who advances to the championship game. Turkey Valley battled back from a 7-point halftime deficit, leading now by 2. The Trojans have the ball, though, and a chance to cut that down. Peppers pops it and ties it.
This will be a chance for her to shine right now. She's had lots of opportunities today and able to knock a couple down here recently. Up to 11 points, 13 points, excuse me.
Here comes Reichs. And pulls it back, now dribbles in. Looking for baseline, quick drive. There's a 2 is good, a long 2.
Another one of those long 2s by Turkey
Gable.
Valley.
Yeah. And they take a 1-point lead again.
What a fun second half this has been.
Yeah, it's probably 8-10 lead changes, 3 ties here in the second half. As we come halfway through the second half now, coming up on 4 minutes to play. And the pressure's going to ratchet up here as the clock winds down a little more.
They've got my heart pumping right now.
Over in the right wing, Nelson drives in, shovel passes over.
Don't see too many of those.
Yep. Here's a 3, no good. A rebound.
Who else?
Peppers back up, and they just let her put her right up and go.
But again, she uses her body to shield off all the defenders. Just creates so many open looks for herself by the way she handles herself down low.
Another tie, 38 all. Turkey Valley with the ball. Here's Reichs, drills in, spins. Now lines a good look under the basket. What vision to Winters.
That's exactly the angle earlier that I was complaining about. That's so hard. You're going across the lane down low, but kind of a backdoor cut. She had her body, Winter had her body turned a little bit differently, and what a great look by Reichs.
Reichs with the assist to Winter and a 2-point lead for Turkey Valley. Reichs tries to get the steal up high and down the lane and up, and a little too much there. And Nelson tumbles to the floor, and the rebound comes off to Turkey Valley.
Yeah, someone slid underneath, I'm not sure who, but it was just enough to get that shot altered. Here's a big opportunity for Turkey Valley to take a 2-possession lead here late in this one.
Into Cannon, over to Winter. Winter drives through the defense and has it blocked away. Good possession there, blocked by Keely Nielsen.
Yeah, and she just did a good job standing straight up. They'll let you play through that contact if you stay vertical.
And travel called.
Yep, she did it. Rasmussen just went to make that pass and double clutched herself.
We have not had a 3-point basket in this game yet. 0 for 12 Elkhorn and 0 for 5 Turkey Valley.
We say that, and I got a feeling somehow in the next 2.5 minutes there's going to be a 3-pointer.
Yeah, as
that
it stays
game.
this tight, I got a feeling, yeah, that's why I mentioned it. And if it does, this place is going to erupt for whichever team hits it.
What a fun atmosphere this game has been today.
A crowd of red in front of us and a crowd of maroon behind us. As Turkey Valley with the ball. That's Cannon up high as we come up on 2 minutes to play. Bounce pass to Winter, goes up, gets it blocked. Again.
It's exactly the shot you want for Turkey Valley.
Keely Nelson right there and blocked it. And the Spartans take a timeout. 1:59 to play. They trail by 2. Hang with us here on CISM.TV.
Ask anyone you know. They will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Well, we got 1:59 left here in a tight ball game. That is, I'm not going to say it if we go beyond regulation, Andy Pollock, but that's a possibility here as these two teams, Turkey Valley and Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton, battling to get into the championship game. For Turkey Valley, be their second straight year there. Into Peppers. Down the baseline, up and through. How did she get that through there?
You know, Kennan's got 4 fouls, so she's got to be real careful down there. But Peppers, again, just the way she handles her body. Just a little drop step, gets herself squared up to the basket and puts it in.
8 points for Peppers in the fourth quarter. She's got 17 for the game. That's her average. She hit 22 in the opening round win. Kennan stops, looks back out to Reichs. Reichs lobbed to Winter. She got on the back hip of the defender and draws the foul.
Winters had a lot of opportunities down low just by the way that defense gets extended out to both to cover Reichs and Kennan. And she's going to have a chance to take the lead right now for Turkey Valley.
Kelly Nelson's second. Kennan misses, or Winter misses rather. Free throw brought to you by Iowa Pork Producers. Iowa pig farmers are doing it right. Learn more at iowapork.org. Second free throw, rattles down and home. That's 10 points for Winter.
See how Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton elects to play the last minute of this ball game right now. I don't think you'll see him hold for one, especially with the way Turkey Valley extends their defense.
And there's a push by Reichs. Got a little arm in there against Schultes, and she draws the foul. Shelby Reichs will be her third.
Just a 4-team foul, though, the half, so they'll have a lot to go to shoot free throws yet.
Well, there's 5 for Exira, so that could play into the strategy late here, too. Three-pointer, Peppers, no good. Winter, who else? Yep, gets the rebound. And gets it to Reichs. Under a minute to play. Reichs calls a timeout. She sees the double team as she dribbles to the half court. Smart play there, Andy. We'll keep it right here and talk about this final 54 seconds.
Well, I think obviously if you're Exira Elkhorn, you don't need to foul. It's a 1-point game, but as you come out, you really have to play hard to get that steal and really extend your defense out. And I'd say if maybe by about 30 seconds or so left in the half, or left in the ball game, if you haven't got that steal yet, then maybe it's time to play for the foul.
And they've got they got 2 to give.
That's true.
So,
and maybe you go 40 seconds, you have a couple more, but you can be real aggressive going after that steal.
Yeah, and maybe if you get a wide open look, you might try to pressure them a little harder that way because.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's tough. It's a tough situation to be in for Turkey Valley. Obviously, you'd rather have the lead, but if you get that look, do you take just the 3-point lead?
Yeah. And then for them, are they going to extend it out a little bit, and have Reichs handle it out front a little bit and try to
think she's the one. Yeah, she's the one who you want the ball in her hands right now at the end of this ball. And just from the sheer point of the fact that she's a competitor.
And so far, her ankle situation, she seems to have been moving pretty good here today. A few days rest has helped her out, I think.
After we saw her hobbling around both on her left and right ankles on Monday, she seems to have been fine today. She's got a big old brace on each one of those ankles, but here we go. This is why these girls come to play.
Buckle it up. Here we go. 54.3 seconds to play. Turkey Valley with the ball and a 1-point lead. Winter advances to the title. Outlet pass to Reichs across to Winter. Takes it up and draws the foul.
She's been the one in this second half with the looks.
And that's Rasmussen, her second, team 6.
Great look once again by Reichs.
Winter was 1 of 2 from the line last time down. And, almost got the bounce there. This is a key one because it puts you up by 2. We haven't seen a 3-point make here yet today from either team. And she puts that one in. Up by 2.
Look for them to try to isolate Peppers down low right now. No sense waiting until the end when you're down, when you're trailing right
Schulters with Reichs all over up high, and Reichs, did she get it? There's a scramble, jump ball, it'll stay with the Trojans.
And Reichs just relentless going after that ball.
Well, Schultes saw her, and she was trying to protect it, and then she tried to get it to Burmeister.
Trying to settle down Coach Peterson over there.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a right to be a little upset with the way that play transpired.
Thought maybe there should have been a foul. Into the backcourt. Reichs up in pressure. Dribbles through it. 30 seconds.
Here's
To
the one you want.
Peppers with it. They got her up high, though. And a timeout. Let's see if this is a full timeout. So we'll take a full break here. Stick with us. 24.8 to go. A 2-point ball game for a trip to the state championship game. Back after this.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger. And together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is
Integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
At Wells Fargo, 24.8 fans of both sides on their feet. A 2-point ball game. Spartans trailing with the ball. Down the lane, up and short. Rebound, Peppers. Good. Tie ball game.
Here we go.
10 seconds. Reichs with it. They call a timeout. Let's keep it right here.
It was interesting, that play wasn't designed to go to Peppers, but she, as the trail, was the one that was right there for the rebound to put it in.
And they kind of spread the defense a little bit, let her drive right in there. A little surprised by that.
It was a little pick play set up at top, not a pick and roll, but more of a pick and a run off it for Rasmussen, I think it was, that ended up taking the shot, and she had a good look at it, but as everybody kind of collapsed on her, it left Peppers open there for the putback.
Here you probably get it in the hands of Reichs, but you look for Winter if she's open, if everybody collapses on Reichs, I would think, wouldn't you?
I think right now, the way the second half, we've really seen Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton's defense extend out here quite a bit more here in the second half, and that's left Winter open on the baseline a bunch, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her have the opportunity. She's the one, obviously, like you said, you want the ball in Reichs' hands. Kennan's been great from the outside right now too, and if either of those 2 ladies get a chance at shooting, they're the ones you want taking the shot, but look for Winter down low.
Shaw, the Turkey Valley fans, they have a smile on their face because they have the ball here in the last 8.9 seconds, but who knows how it's going to go. We'll see. You want to have the ball. You don't want to be on defense because more good things could probably happen on offense. Here we go.
Spartans pressuring the inbounds.
Into Reichs. Dribbles in, 7-6. Reichs takes it in. Up, blocked. Nothing called. Reichs went down. Stolen away. There's the buzzer. We're going to overtime. 42-all. We'll go to overtime. That's the first one of the tourney, isn't it?
It is, and nothing called there at the end. That was kind of interesting. There was a lot of contact. I'm not sure exactly who you called on because it was incidental.
Well, let's see if they come up with a replay on that. We'll keep an eye on it, but it'll be 42-42, and we'll go to overtime and see what happens. Keep an eye on there if one comes up.
It was definitely designed to have Reichs get the last shot there.
And she drove it into the hole and wasn't able to get fouled, so we'll have a 4-minute overtime here.
And with 3 seconds left when she shot that, had she made it, that game was over because Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton had no time.
Yeah, there's no time to get the. It's not like in college where the clock stops, so you got no time to get the ball out of the hoop and get it up the floor. You're right. So, what's the talk now on the sideline between these 2 coaches, Andy?
Well, I think right now, first of all, if you're Exira Elkhorn-Kimballton, you find a way to keep getting the ball to Peppers. Do what you can to isolate her down low. give her every chance you can to. She's been great. She's been that team in the second half right now. If you're Turkey Valley right now, it's going to start on the defensive end of the floor, and that's stopping Peppers is really the key right now. So they had a lot of chances here in the second half. Turkey Valley did to. Felt like kind of maybe even pull away a little bit, but credit to the Spartans, they've hung right in there, and here we are in overtime right now.
I was hoping
fun atmosphere.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd show a replay, but maybe they're not because of the nature of that.
They've done that, and
which might be good.
It's a good decision. Yeah,
let's just play it. It'll be Peppers and Kennan into the circle to jump it up here to start the 4-minute overtime. Well, this is always big. Whoever gets the lead early seems like an overtime. It's a tip controlled to Reichs.
Saw a boys game last year where West Des Moines Valley controlled the ball for the entire overtime before scoring at the end. So
Des Moines Hoover did that in 3 overtimes against Ames. They ran it down for 1 shot in each of the 3 overtimes and finally hit one.
I really don't think we'll see that from these two teams today.
Gable with it up high to Kennan. Winter trying to post in there. Gable back over. Kennan in there at the free throw line. Winter gets it back to her, and they'll reset here. 30 seconds gone in the overtime.
Look at them really deny the ball. They're trying so hard to not get Reichs the ball and let her run the offense.
Reichs, the drive, spins, scoop shot off the glass and good. Whoa!
She had the attention of everyone on Exira Horn-Kimballton, and she was still able to put it off the glass and in.
Reichs with the bucket, back the other way, off, no good. Rebound comes off to Winter. Gets it to Kennan. Oh, they had a run out up the floor. She didn't see it, but they're content with the lead here, the 2-point lead.
We were in this exact same situation at the end of regulation.
That's been their biggest lead of the second half. Jumper Winter, no good. Rebound pulled down by Burmeister. They almost lose it with the pressure by Reichs. Here they come. Peppers over to the wing for 3. Long, no good. Peppers putback foul on Gable.
Gable doing so hard to try to box out over there on the other side, but Pepper's just too strong, too tall and strong for her down there. And,
what would that have been if we'd hit that 3 here in overtime? No 3s in the first in regulation. Peppers.
Someone's got to hit one, don't they?
Peppers to the line. It's the free throw.
I tell you what, 2 names that I'm going to come away with today. I love the competitiveness, first of all, of Shelby Reichs, but Ellie Winter and Sophia Peppers for Ellie Winter for Turkey Valley and Sophia Peppers for Exira Horn-Kimballton.
As Peppers calmly ties it up. Tight again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ties through the second half and overtime so far. Here's Reichs with it. And what do we got?
Foul, I believe it's going to be called on Schultes.
Schultes. Her first. Team 7th, and that'll send Reichs to the line. A 71% free throw shooter, has not been to the free throw line. And hits that one, the first of the bonus, to give Turkey Valley the lead back. And she'll get one more. Second one is perfect. And Turkey Valley by 2. And Reichs harassing the inbound. They get it across. Rasmussen. Schultes. And a quick hand check there by Niemeyer.
Still no free throws yet. We played 18 minutes here this second half and still not in the bonus. Exira Horn-Kimballton.
Yeah. So they had a foul to give there. Next one will be the 1-on-1. Rasmussen looks for the cut through. Throws it up to Peppers. Peppers drives in, pulls back and throws it away. A little miscommunication there.
Rasmussen just started to cut a little bit, and as she did, that's when the pass came out from Peppers. So big defensive possession here right now for Exira Horn-Kimballton, as you can't afford to get down 2 possessions at this stage of the game.
Halfway through the overtime. Here comes Reichs. Gable drives, pulls it back out to Kennan.
No rush right now for Turkey Valley.
Kennan's just going to calmly dribble back up top. Now tries the drive. Kick outside. Into Winter. Over to Gable. And they started this with 1:58.
No rush.
And still dribble, almost stolen. Timeout call. Reichs rushes in to help Gable, who got down in a bad position.
That was close because Gable, I saw that foot was just starting to come up, and she was not able to stop it. That would have been a travel.
Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with the final 118 of overtime after this.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
At Wells Fargo, Turkey Valley's outscored Exira 4-2 in the overtime. They have the ball here in the 2-point lead. This will be a 1-on-1 if there's a foul. Now, unless it's a shooting foul, of course, into Reichs. Reichs across to Gable.
Smart there.
Pulling it back out. Double teamed out there. Tries to get away. Stripped away. Taken away by Rasmussen.
Ooh.
Throws it up, almost threw it away to Peppers. Under a minute to play.
Here's a mismatch if she wants to take. No, Peppers doesn't take it.
Out front, Reichs strips it away. Withers goes down. Timeout called by Turkey Valley.
Who else but Ellie Winter? Ellie's got a double-double today, and then she comes away with a steal like that at this stage of the ballgame.
And Reichs stripped it. Let's see if they come up with a replay on that strip up there.
Reichs gets her hands on so many balls.
They're going to stay with the timeout here. So here again, we saw what they're doing, trying to run it down. They got the double team out here. Credit to Spartans, what they wanted, and forced the turnover. So you got to keep it spread out and moving off the ball too, don't you, when you're trying to run that clock down?
And it started a little bit earlier from that. I was really surprised back on the offensive end of the court that Peppers had a matchup. She had Gable covering her. I thought she might. There's no one else down there. It was a one-on-one game. Peppers has a 6-inch advantage on that. I really thought she would take advantage of that, but she kind of backed off and decided to run the offense. But yeah, you're right. Back here, Turkey Valley totally going to have to keep that thing spread out, and they're going to have a chance to win this thing at the free throw line.
See the Turkey Valley fans there chewing on a few fingernails, hoping they can get to the title game again and a rematch with Springville. Well, Exira Horn-Kimballton wants to spoil that repeat party. And it'll be Turkey Valley with the ball in the backcourt with 45.4. Looking for Reichs. They get it into Reichs. She dribbles through traffic. She'll pull it up. Over on the far side with it. Back through to up, and a foul called, a push called. Is that Schultes?
I think they got Schultes for it, yeah, and it was right as they got the steal. It was kind of an unneeded, but they had just called their signal to get that foul, so that was tough.
And that's still the 1-and-1, and Gable will go to the free throw line. Got 11 points. 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Pops it.
Calmer, very calmer.
That makes it a 3-point lead. This is a big one.
Gable just a 59% free throw shooter, but she's very calm on that one.
Here's a big one. Makes a 2-possession game here. Gets the kiss off the glass and goes. 4-point lead. Spartans with the ball. Stripped away. Possession retained by the Spartans. Schultes over to Rasmussen. They got to get a shot off quickly. And travel call. Reichs reached in and forced the travel on Burmeister.
Yep. That Reichs really got her thrown off her game there. And
timeout full timeout. We'll take a break with 19.9 to play. 4-point lead, Turkey Valley on the ball. Back after this.
At the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience. Now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Back to action here. Turkey Valley leading by 4 with the ball in overtime. They get it in, up to Kennan. She stops and is triple teamed and gets it out of there without getting fouled. Up the floor and slapped away. That'll stay with Turkey Valley.
They've lost 10 seconds and still have possession right now.
9.5 to play. Exira Horn-Kimballton's got to get the ball back or get a quick foul here. Into Winter, and Winter is just a little touch foul by Burmeister. And that'll be 5 on her.
That'll be it for her.
She fouls out with 1 point. With 8.5 to go in the OT. And that's a 19 foul. So still not the double bonus. So still a glimmer of hope here, although neither team has hit a 3. And no timeouts remaining either.
Yeah, it's a tall task right now for the Spartans.
Winner goes to the line. Misses it. Rebound comes off.
Saying no fouls, no fouls.
Just let her run out. There's a shot, and that'll be it. Is that going to count?
It counts.
It counts. So that'll make it the final 48-46, a 2-point ball game. Turkey Valley, the comeback Trojans. Once again, Andy. Wow.
They just there's too much I could say in the way of cliches right now about Turkey Valley, but they've really had a night. What a tournament so far for them as far as winning close games.
Well, we're going to get ready, and Exira Horn-Kimballton will have a trophy presentation here for them. As Turkey Valley now will prepare for a rematch with Springville.
One huge round of applause for both of these teams on a terrific game today. Please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving plaques, every participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the Girls Athletic Union are Jean Berger and Karen Brown. Congratulations to head coach Tom Peterson and the Spartans from Exira Horn-Kimballton on an outstanding basketball season. Turkey Valley fans, your team advances to the Class 1A championship game where they will face Springville tomorrow night, Friday at 6 p.m. Fans, as you depart Wells Fargo Arena, asks that you pick up around your area.
Well, Andy, some final thoughts here. Our first overtime game. We knew this was going to be a good one, and it just lived right up to it, didn't it?
A situation where if either team gets a shot to fall here or there, it's a totally different ball game. But just ice cold shooting really from both teams. A great defensive effort, but just ice cold shooting kind of made it for a pretty low scoring game for overtime. But a fun game to watch, especially at the end.
I wonder how long it's been since we've had a game without a 3 in it here in the tournament.
It wasn't for lack of trying.
No.
Had 20 attempted, just no one was able to get one to fall, and maybe you could hang meat. It's like the fairway meat locker in here today right now.
For Turkey Valley, it was Gable with 13, Winter with 13, Reichs with 10, in double figures there.
The winner had a double-double as well, 10 rebounds. So.
Sophia Peppers 21 and Keely Nelson 12, 2 players in double figures for Exira Elkhorn Kimballton. Well, thanks for watching. We're going to take a break here on CISN.TV, and then we will come back, and coming up we'll get into the 2A semis. It'll be Western Christian and Iowa City Regina. Thanks for watching here on CISN.TV.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game brought to you on CISN by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company, and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. That's all for now from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines.